everyone. Boom. Happy Friday, everyone. Today is Friday, February 12th, 2021. It is 5 p.m. in California, and we have some guests that are on the East Coast, so it's 8 p.m. there. And I thank you so much for joining us. It is in the evening and it's a Friday night, so you have a lot of options. It's also Valentine's weekend and President's weekend. So you have a lot of options on places you can go, programs you can watch. And so I just want to say thank you very much for joining me here and opening up your journal to get a good education about ebooks. That's what I'm training on tonight. I know a lot of information about all kinds of different books, but tonight the focus is ebooks because ebooks are fast, they're fun, they're interactive, and they're easy to sell. So I really, really want to give you a thorough education tonight on ebooks and leave you with some homework to do. And if you want to dig deeper, you can schedule an appointment with me to dig deeper about your specific book ideas. But here we go. I already said thank you for being here. It is, my honor to be able to teach you tonight. Go ahead and turn off your mic because we are recording. Turn off your camera. We'll take pictures later. And please, as much as you can, I've got kids and I've got dogs, as much as you can, try to minimize distractions because we are recording and we will be engaged in learning, and we don't want anyone to be distracted during this thinking process. So thank you. All right, so in the chat, tell me if you can identify with this lady in this picture. What do you think about her? Oh yeah, somebody said home life in the chat. Yes, I love this. I love the Zoom life because it's like a reality show. Everything that happens is just real life and people love it because it's more authentic. Nothing I do is scripted. Like this is just life the way it is. And I love it. That's me, burnt out. Yes, this lady represents my emotional state in 2003. And that was actually the year that I started teaching. And I put that teaching career on top of being a mommy of two little girls. 2003, my oldest one was 3. My little one was 1. And this was the beginning of a long career. I've been teaching for 18 years now, almost 20 years. And so when I first started, I thought I could just do everything. And I tried to do everything fast, and I tried to do everything with long hours, and I tried to finish everything every day, and learned very quickly that, if you don't keep your energy level up and you don't do your self-care, you could definitely burn out fast. So yes, she represents the burnt out teacher. And we have someone coming in. She represents the teacher who was completely tired, completely overwhelmed. And if you notice, she's suffering in silence. And so what I like to tell my clients and what I like to tell everyone in the world is that if you are having a struggle and you are feeling overwhelmed and burnt out, I definitely want you to remember that you have a success circle. You have people in your life that you can count on. And so definitely raise your hand and say, hey, I need help. Hey, something's going on. I'm overwhelmed. What are you guys doing? Definitely do that. Definitely don't ever suffer in silence. If you just came in, go ahead and mute yourself because we are recording this section. All right, here's another picture of another professional who's also burnt out. In the chat, tell me what is the difference for this individual? What do you notice about him? All right. Someone says there's too many demands. Absolutely. He's overwhelmed. So when we think about self-care, when we think about the work-life balance myth, you think about all the responsibilities that you have in a day. It's not just overwhelm and stress. It's not just for women. It's not just for men. It's for everyone. And so the difference is the people who have been able to successfully prioritize their lives are generally more confident, generally more successful. And so we're going to talk about that, because how do you build a business? And I'm talking about ebooks. How do you build a business when you are raising a family and you are married and you have a career? How do you do that? All right, here's another picture. What do you notice about this person? Oh, feeling guilty. Ooh, I like that. She's overwhelmed, she's exhausted, and she's frustrated. Oh, yes. And she's got a note there, a little affirmation. I will not drop out. I am the teacher. This is her mantra that she's trying to hold on to. But at the end of the day, she's just exhausted. She's given 100% of herself to everyone else, and there's nothing left for her. That is the point of this image. And this is exactly what we want to avoid, but we have to learn strategies to do that. So what do you notice about this individual? Happy, fulfilled, achiever. Yes, very happy. This is me in 2017. I'm at the local library in my community where I teach. And I am completely happy, completely fulfilled, super confident, super successful, because this is my first event where I was able to actually sell my books. Accomplished, absolutely. Accomplished. I had accomplished something that many people would love to do, but have not been able to do so far, right? I work with clients that have manuscripts that were written 10 years ago. I have other clients who have so many ideas in their minds, but they can't get it out on paper. I have clients that have books that they already published, but they didn't sell. So I have all kinds of different people, and I help people with really one main thing, and it's focus on you and get your project done. I kind of nicknamed myself the project manager, the confidence creator, the writing healer. There's all kinds of things that happen when my clients start to work with me. They start to uncover all kinds of emotions and ideas and thought patterns. And what I try to do in my trainings is interrupt the negative thought patterns, because we have like 60 to 70,000 thoughts in our minds a day. And a lot of those thoughts are negative because our brain is designed to keep us from making major mistakes and getting ourselves into trouble. So we're always on the lookout for risk, and we always assess, is that worth the risk? Is that, do I want to do that? Do I want to step out and make a fool out of myself and be vulnerable? Well, one of the things that I've learned since 2017, having my first book, is that every single time I stepped out on faith and put fear aside, I accomplished something amazing. And so I want you to envision yourself 12 months from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, being exactly where you want to be in your life, having your first book done, having the speaking engagements, being able to sell your books at events. I want you to envision yourself, imagine yourself doing exactly what it is that you want to do, which is in your heart. For the rest of this presentation, I want you to continue to hold that thought in your mind, because it doesn't take that long for you to actually get there. And I'm going to show you how. All right, so this is me and my client, Jackie. You may see her on my Facebook page because her and I are all over social media. She's actually writing her second book, and she has a Facebook group dedicated to that book. And she will be having her launch party on March 20th. This is her second book, so she is a pro. She knows how to do the marketing. She knows how to do the sales. But the thing that I'm helping her with is accountability, keeping her focused on what she promised to do for herself. That is what I do. That is my expertise, is getting the author to block out all the distractions, remember what their heart said on day one, and let's carry it through to completion. That is what I do for my clients. And that is what Jackie's looking forward to on March 20th. So expect to get an invitation to her launch party, because she is super excited and just really accomplished. This is Miss Jeannie. Miss Jeannie may be coming in here later on tonight to share with you guys a little bit about her journey. She literally just signed up with me 10 days ago. February 2nd was her first day of class, and she already has the first part of her ebook completed. She has an outline with a thesis and an introduction, and she has words on the page, which is what she really, really, really needed help with, is just getting the words out of her mind and onto the page. And you can see she has my workbook. It's called Your First Book Workbook. Has everything in there you need to get started. And so Miss Jeannie is on her way to success and already feeling accomplished, just 10 days into her program. This is Miss Chalet. We worked together during the summer. She published her first book on June 1st. You can see at the bottom of the picture, it's June 3rd. And we have just discovered that her book is live on Amazon and it's ready to be purchased, and we are screaming it up. That's Miss Chalet. And this is the July 1st cohort. Stephanie, Mara, and Kelvin, and Erica's in there somewhere too. We had so much fun July 1st through August, through September, through the fall. And we just really got to know each other. We got connected. We were able to really share with each other. And this was my first cohort for my online course. So these are the folks who helped me, fine tune my modules and my lessons and my video tutorials. And these were the people who were the foot soldiers who helped me really build an amazing course, which has turned into an online university, by the way. These are the first people who stepped into my universe and helped me flesh out an amazing product. So I love to remember these days. This is July 1st cohort 2020 of my online university. So these folks, you're going to see them all over my social media because we're tight. We keep in touch. Okay, so what is the definition of a book? That's what we want to talk about first. I want to expand your mind, because if you're anything like me, I was a history major in college and I liked history in high school. And so a definition of a book for me in the beginning was a thing that I saw when I went to the library. It was a physical, tangible, rectangular, square-shaped object that had words inside. And a lot of times the pages were dusty. And if you spent time in the basements of libraries with the microfilm and the microfiche, I was a history major. I love the smell of the library. Like the books are tangible. Now, that's not even close to what kids are experiencing today. The definition of a book has changed completely over and over again. So here's a nice quote that I like from Mason Cooley. Reading gives us some place to go when we have to stay where we are. And that is so relevant to today, you know, the times that we're living through. You know, we're limited and we're restricted on where we can go, but we have endless opportunities to get inside of a book and to let our imagination run wild. So, you know, we're living in the best of times, we're living in the worst of times, you know, Tale of Two Cities. It's actually a really good time to be exploring writing a book. Nice quote. I'm glad you love it. I love it. I love these quotes. I got more for you. Books are the plane and the train and the road. They are the destination and the journey. They are home. Anna Quindlen, I love this quote because it talks about having a vehicle, a plane, a train, not only having a vehicle, but also having a road and a destination and a journey. A book could be your complete imagination. It could be a movie for you. It could be an escape. For me, I always had my nose in a book because I always just imagined myself being somewhere else. Regardless of where I was at any time, I could be someone else, somewhere else, or someone else, you know, depending on if I'm reading fiction or whatever. But the books that I read were my windows into other places in the world. And so that's what I want you to think about when you think about writing your book. What kind of journey are you going to take people on? Is it going to be fiction? Is it going to be nonfiction? Is it going to be autobiographical? Is it going to be educational, informational, expository? What kind of information? Is it persuasive? These are the things that you can think about as I'm going through these slides. Think about how you want to position yourself in the market. Welcome, welcome, Dolores. Go ahead and turn off your sound and your camera. We are recording and we're gonna take a picture at the end. All right, so in the chat, name a book that has transformed your life. Now I want to see what kind of books you guys are reading. Oh, wow. Okay, The Road Less Traveled. Very nice. Christian devotionals. Yes, absolutely. Very nice. One of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich because it talks about how to manifest not only wealth, but it talks about how to manifest a good life and how to bring abundance into your home, not only with wealth, but also with health and relationships and love and energy and just positivity. Another book that I love is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because Kiyosaki breaks down how he created his empire off of real estate. And not only that, but he breaks down the 4 quadrants. And that really opened my mind. I read it in 2015 and it made me realize that I've been in this one quadrant for a long time. Hey, maybe I want to go over here. Maybe I want to go from being an employee, which is in the E quadrant. Maybe I want to go to the business owner, which is in the other quadrant, and I want to end up as an investor. Like, that book transformed my life because it allowed me to start thinking about myself as a producer and as a business owner and as an investor. It made me stop thinking of myself as an employee. And there's a huge mindset shift from an employee to a business owner to an investor. So that changed my life. Ah, Man's Search for Meaning. Oh, yes. And Who Moved My Cheese? Yes, that one was a good one. I love it. Good books. Okay, here's another quote about books. Books are a uniquely portable magic by Stephen King. How's that? I love that. Books are a uniquely portable magic. It is not battery operated. You do not have to have an extension cord. You do not need a charger. All you need is that book with those pages, and it can take you away to a magic place. So, as a reader, I want you to think about those books that you read, and I want you to think about how you can incorporate some of those good qualities into your own books. What are some of the things that you loved about those readings? How did it impact your imagination? So think about that now as you transition and shift your mindset into becoming an author. This is a mind shift now. You're going to go from becoming someone who passively reads to someone who actively writes for an audience. And so now you're going to do a little mind shift right now. All right, this is a cover. It's a book cover, and it's actually a cover that was created by one of my clients' daughters. And he had a vision for this book 20 years ago. He wrote it 10 years ago, and he needed help getting the manuscript published. He came into the course with the manuscript done. So we went through it, we formatted, we edited it. His daughter created this beautiful cover. And now he has not only an ebook, he has a paperback, and he has a workbook. So this one idea that he turned into a manuscript has now become a full life book. And people are able to buy it, and he's able to hold it in his hand. And it's been an amazing and incredible transformation, because who knew? He knew he had an idea. He knew he had a book, but for some reason, he was not able to get it out until he met LT. And that's what I do. I keep you focused on the goal and the promise that you made to yourself about your book. So this is Kelvin's book, and you're going to hear a lot about Kelvin because he's one of the first graduates from the July cohort. And he is all excited about his journey. And he's actually branching out this year, and he's doing some things in music and in ministry. And his book has just opened a lot of interviews for him and a lot of collaborations. In fact, he sent me an email about 2 months ago and said, "Hey, I'm a part of a book collaboration." And I was like, "Whoa, great job." He's like, "I owe it to you, LT, because if I hadn't got that first book done, I wouldn't have the confidence to go forward and participate in an author collaboration." He said, "So thank you very much." I said, "Thank you for being open, being coachable, teachable, and willing to allow me to help you do what you've always wanted to do for yourself." So it is definitely a two-way street. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how do you get your book done in 4 weeks or less? How do you get your books done in 30 days? Yes, that's what I do. All of my modules and all of my lessons are focused on getting you to your destination as fast as possible. So there's no fluff, there's no extra. It's just you getting your projects done. Yes, cheese, how? Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, so week 1, you're going to do a lot of talking, right? You're going to do some outlining. You're going to do some brain dumping. You're going to do some researching and more brain dumping, right? This is the first week. This is what I walk you through. This is Dr. Byers. She has her manuscript in her hands. Actually, that's called an author proof, because the manuscript is done. We uploaded it. We put it out there into the world. But before we actually hit click, click, boom, go, she got her author proof so that she could go through it with a red pen and make sure everything is on point. So that is the first thing we do. We talk about it before we actually create it. We do a lot of talking. We also, here's one of my beautiful clients, Miss Dolores. You can see how excited she is talking about her things that are on her list. And so this is what I mean about talk about it. Talk about it. You've got to talk about it with someone. And that's what Coach LT is here for. And that is what your cohort is there for, to listen to your ideas and help you get excited about your dreams and start thinking about all the things that you know that other people don't know. Because you would be amazed at how many things you know that other people don't know, but you got to start talking about it. Okay. You got to have a group of people that match your energy and your enthusiasm and who love your ideas and then want to encourage you to keep pursuing your dreams. You got to get into a circle, because the creativity will flow to you and through you. But if you don't have people around you to encourage you, that enthusiasm will die fast. All right, so talk to everybody. Talk to your coworkers, talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to the people that are in your cohort. This is Dr. B and Dr. B. Dr. B up on the left is an author from Las Vegas. I met her on Facebook a year ago. Dr. B on the bottom is a beautiful administrator, educator for over 20 years. Her and I worked together very briefly about 8 years ago at a middle school. And somehow she got on my email list, and I just started emailing her like I email everybody. And she emailed me about a year ago and said, hey, or a couple months ago. And she said, hey, I need to get into your course because I need to get this book done. And I said, oh my goodness, Dr. B, this is you, Dr. Byers from years ago. She says, yes, we worked together at a middle school. She goes, one thing I remember about you, Miss Jimerson, is that you came into the principal's office. You were always smiling. She said, and some days I didn't want to be there, but when I saw your smile, it helped me get through my day. And so she said, I just want to say thank you for your smile, first of all. And then how do I sign up for your course? And that was it right there. She signed up on Labor Day 2020. Okay, we just talking about a few months ago. She got her book done in November. We had her party in December, and it was just phenomenal. This is what I'm able to do. So this was the graduation for Dr. Byers and Dr. Brooks, Thursday, December 10, 2020. And it was a celebration of their books, and their books were dedicated to their families. And by the time we finished the graduation, there were no dry eyes. It was very emotional, very intense, very, very, very fulfilling and meaningful for these two ladies, who, by the way, they both have their PhDs or EDDs, the highest educational degree honor you can get. And I asked them, you know, how do you feel now that you've published your own personal book? This is your legacy for your family. And they said, wow, this is awesome. This is great. And so what I would challenge you, and I just talked to someone today who's considering going back to get another degree, what I would challenge you to think about is when you do your self-publishing journey, it is more meaningful than it is to get that high degree, because you self-publish your book and it's not an academic enterprise. It's a personal journey. It's a dream and a gift. And so when you're working with me, this is not academia. We are not writing for an English teacher, even though I was an English teacher and a history teacher and an avid teacher and a psychology teacher and economics teacher. It's not, I'm not helping you as a teacher. I'm helping you as a coach. And so you are able to express your own ideas. You're able to get your own story out in your way, not my words, your words. And so that's the meaningful thing about this journey, is when it's all done, your family will be transformed. Your life will never be the same again. You'll be an author. And if you need somebody to talk to your cat. If nobody wants to listen to your book ideas, talk to your cat. This is Jeannie. Jeannie just started in my program on February 2nd. And this is her cat, Christy. And Christy likes to be involved in the book coaching process. So, hey, she's involved. All right, the next step after you talk about it is you have to outline it. And I want you to go to Google. You can find an outline on Google very, very, very quickly. It doesn't matter which one you use. Just pick one. Obviously, I have one inside of my course that I like to use with a thesis and all that good stuff. But literally, you can use any outline that you want as long as you create some structure. And as long as you put this outline up on your computer desk, on your refrigerator, on your bathroom mirror, this is going to be the compass to guide you. This is your North Star. This is what is really in your heart. And sometimes you're going to stray away from it, but you need to have it as an anchor for you to go back to it. All right, now what is a brain dump? A brain dump is when you have random ideas floating around in your head and you just write them on paper. Hopefully tonight you have a pen with you, you have a piece of paper with you, and you are writing down ideas as they are popping up right now during this presentation. And if you're like me, you know, you get bored easily. So go ahead and type in the chat any questions that you have right now, any random thoughts that seem random, you know, any revelations, any ahas, any epiphanies, anything that you're feeling or thinking right now, just dump it all out because we want to share. Use sticky notes or index cards to organize your thoughts. I love them. Get creative. I have sticky notes everywhere. No thought left behind, okay? All thoughts, all ideas are not created equal. Some ideas are better than others, but you need to have them all written down so that someone can help you sort it out. All right, research, scan your hard drive for brilliant work, right? You don't need to go to Google every single time. You can go to your computer and find things that you wrote 5 years ago. And lo and behold, I can teach you how to repackage it, repurpose it, and sell it for cash. Google is good. Google's your friend, but you don't want to be too dependent on Google because you have ideas that are just as important as the ones on Google. Okay, so that's all the first week. A lot, right? Now, the second week is a lot of writing. So you're going to develop your writing muscle. You should be writing 10 to 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes a day. When you start out with 5 or 10 minutes a day, you're going to notice that your engine is going to start going. The juices are going to be flowing. The ideas are going to come to you and through you, and you're going to be like a writing machine. Once you start doing this, develop your writing muscle. It will make it very easy for you if you continue to be consistent. Okay, so hopefully, like I said earlier, you have a pen and a piece of paper in front of you right now, and you're writing things down. And I am going to ask you for some participation and ask you what you wrote down, so make sure you do have something. All right, so what have you learned so far? Here we go. This is our first little intermission. What have you learned so far? I'll give you about 2 minutes. The date which I had feared has come and gone, and I still don't have my book. Hey, you do have your book. It's just in your head. We haven't pulled it out yet. That's okay. Never fear. LT is here. Faith over fear. And I think this is from Dolores. Write all your thoughts down on something, no matter what it is. Yes, no matter what it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is very helpful, ladies. You are helping each other. I'm going to actually take a picture of the comments that are in the chat so that we have a record of what everybody's sharing. Thank you, ladies. You're helping each other. That's what we're here for. This is a community of people who care about each other. They care about each other's writing journeys. We're interested in hearing all about your ideas. We want to know how things are going. Okay, so there's always an opportunity to share. All right, write down. I learned that I need a writing outline to view every day. Yes. Set up a Facebook group dedicated to my book. Yes. I have notes all over the place. Absolutely. Absolutely. We always have thoughts happening in our mind. I talked to a young lady today who is writing a book, and she actually wants to write a screenplay because she's thinking of a Netflix series in her mind. But she was asking me, how do I get started? What do I do? I have so many ideas. One of the things I recommended was, just journal, just get everything in a journal. You might have 4 or 5 or 6 journals because she's got like several book series ideas in her head. She wants to write a children's book. She wants to write a movie script. She's got so many things. So I'm like, get a separate notebook for each one of these book projects and get a flash drive and start saving your ideas on a flash drive, because the flash drive is the most secure way for you to secure your manuscript so people don't steal your ideas. Yes, some people like to steal ideas. I won't go there tonight, but get your flash drive to protect yourself and to protect your ideas. All right, week three, we dig deep into Canva. Canva is my favorite free 99 tool to design your cover and to format your text. So we do Canva training in my course. We do a brain dump into Canva. We format in Canva. We design the cover. We pre-sell. And it happens that fast. Notice it's only week 3 and we're already pre-selling, because I'm also pushing you to get outside of your comfort zone and take that leap and start sharing your ideas. Okay? So, are you ready to learn more? What would you like to know next? Will you be defining what a thesis statement is? Absolutely. I have many old journals, but I never look back. Last week, I dared to peek, and all that old emotion over issues that have passed came back strong. Yes, I wish there was a way to glean the good stuff. Absolutely. What is a good thesis statement? Suggested number of pages. Absolutely. Okay. So thesis statement, if you think back to school, your old English class, it's the premise behind your idea for what you're writing. It's the purpose of your paper. So if you're writing a paper about why people should eat healthy foods, okay, so your thesis statement is people should always eat healthy food because it helps their body maintain health. It also gives them good energy. And it also is just a good practice to show your children. So therefore, healthy eating is good for these 3 reasons. It gives you a healthy body, it helps you bond with your children, and whatever that 3rd thing was, I forgot. But I normally say, make 3 major points in your thesis statement that you are going to prove over and over again throughout your text. And in the conclusion, you're going to restate your thesis statement, and you're going to remind the reader of the fact that you covered everything that you promised. So your thesis statement is your promise in this book. And you won't say it this way, but you'll say it kind of like this. You are going to learn, or you are going to experience, or you are going to be aware of, right? And then in the end, you're going to remind them, okay, overall, I covered the reason why you should eat healthy is because of this, this, and this. So your thesis statement is basically a statement which gives the reader a promise of what they are going to read in your book. Suggested number of pages. Now, if you are, well, tell me what you mean by suggested number of pages. I'm not sure exactly what that means. And Stephanie, yes, with your journals, when you look back, it is emotional. Yeah, all I want to say is remember the Secrets from My Closet. That's the book that I wrote in 2017. That was the book that started all the other books, because I was able to get my ideas out, because there were things that were holding me back: childhood trauma, bad emotions, bad habits, negative thought patterns, all kinds of things. So I put that inside of my first book, and I published it to see first, would it help anybody else? It helped me, because I was able to get past some of those traumas. But I wouldn't have been able to do my second book if I had not done that first book. So the negative emotions are good, because it means that something in your story is powerful and it's going to connect with somebody else. So I hope that helps. Yes, Dolores says it helps other people as well. Let's see, how many pages in order to be able to have a spine with the title? Oh, that's 100 pages for Amazon. Are most books 100 pages plus, or 10 or more chapters? Just curious. Yeah, the average book, paperback, is 100 pages, 10 to 15 chapters. Yes, absolutely. I can teach people how to do that. But this particular training is focused on ebooks, which range, by the way. An ebook can be 100 pages as well. And you can sell that on Amazon with their Kindle platform, so that people can read it on their Kindle device or any kind of electronic device, their cell phone. But what I teach people to do, what I love to do, because this is fast, I love to help people create short ebooks, which are anywhere from 8 pages to 30 pages, because those ebooks are very easy to, first of all, to write, to format, to publish, to upload, to sell on your website within 30 days. And so that's the sweet spot that I love to talk about, because, and I don't think people talk about short ebooks and how you can sell them on your website. So there's a gap in the marketplace, which I'm identifying, and I'm feeling it, because I can actually teach you how to do all of it. But I really like to get people started right away. Is there a fee to sell on Amazon? No, there is no fee to sell on Amazon. However, every book that you sell, there's either a 60 or 70% royalty that Amazon will take from the sales. So you don't pay anything up front, but when you sell a book for, say, $10, Amazon will get either $6.50 or $7. That will leave you with $3. Great question, Helen. All right, this is the last week of my training, and I'm almost done here. So if you have more questions, definitely go ahead and put them in the chat. The last 7 days of my training is when we go into the website, and Dolores is here. She can share with you a little bit about her website. I love to help people build their website in a very simple manner. Literally, there's only 1 or 2 pages. Point, click, buy. The purpose of the website is to sell your ebook. So I do the website training. We build the website. We test the shopping cart. We do your book launch party virtually, obviously. We sell. I want you to make a profit on your investment. Obviously, working with me, there is an investment, because you do need to invest in yourself, and you do need to invest the time, energy, and the money to basically get your project done. And we don't waste time. There's no fluff. So we do sell, and I do push you outside of your comfort zone to go ahead and sell before you actually finish your manuscript. Because when you sell, you're selling your cover. You're selling yourself. You're selling your ideas. The people who know, like, and trust you, they're going to buy whatever you're selling because they trust you. They're going to look at your work and say, oh, you're doing a book? Oh my gosh. They're going to buy the cover, and then you're going to finish the full ebook. And then you're going to say, okay, it's going to be available on this day. Then you're going to have your book launch party and you're going to say, okay, now you can buy it. It's available. And it happens very, very, very quickly, but you have to be ready because what might happen to you is you might be surprised that people actually buy it. You might be shocked. You're like, oh my gosh, people are going to buy this? Like, really? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so is there a fee? Okay, we got the Amazon question. I would love to show my website. Yes, you can enjoy my workbook, workout book to help you get moving. Absolutely. Simple answer, how you get people to your website to see and buy your ebook. Absolutely. Excellent question. So the most effective way to get people to your website is just to call them and ask them to go to the website. Another effective way, and Dolores is already capitalizing on this right now. Dolores has inserted her ebook or her website right there into the chat, ladies. So you can click on that and go out there and buy Dolores's ebook. I encourage you, when you're in my circle, promote yourself, sell yourself. This is actually one of the easiest ways to get people to go to your website, is to find people who have audiences who know, like, and trust them, and see if you can insert yourself into their audience. That's called networking, and that's self-promotion, and it's perfectly fine. Now, there are things you can do to drive traffic to your website later on. You can buy ads, you can buy Amazon ads, you can buy Google ads, you can spend money on advertisement, but I don't teach people to do that immediately because in the beginning, there's not a whole lot of budget. So the organic leads is what you want to get. You want to get organic leads from people that know, like, and trust you already. And you want to partner with people who have audiences like myself to help promote you. All right. So how much does it cost for an ebook? All right. People always ask this. I've seen ebooks that are free. I've seen ebooks that are 99 cents. I've seen ebooks that are $2.99, $3.99, $4.99. The average is $3.99, but you can charge up to $10 without having an issue if your content is quality. Okay. All right. So that was a lot of information. Definitely get with me. Click on my website. It's myfirstbook.org. Schedule a time to sit down with me, go over your book idea, talk to me about what it is that your goals are for this year. I have a couple of special packages going right now for 2021 to get you all finished. I have a 3-month package, a 6-month package, and a 12-month package. Definitely the website is in the chat. Click on that, schedule your appointment. We will go over everything that you need to do for your project. Okay, myfirstbook.org. I want to go over a last couple slides. How much can you charge? Okay, so why should I sell from my website? Because you can charge whatever you want. If you sell your ebook for $1 and you sell 20, that's $20. If you sell your ebook for $5, you sell 20, that's $100. If you sell your ebook for $10, you sell 20, that's $200. You can see where I'm going with this. The higher quality ebook, the more you can charge, the more people you know, the more revenue you can make. It's endless. There is no ceiling on this. There is no hard and fast rule. You can charge what you want. You can spend what you want. It's completely up to you. This is one of my most recent clients, Jessica. She was in the cohort with Dolores. She has her burnout detox book. It's on her website. She also has coaching packages for people who are burnt out. Her ebook, I think, is going for $8 or $9. I'm not sure which exactly. I think maybe 10. But yeah, hers is about burnout. So people who are completely burnt out and need help, they go to her for help. And she gets to charge whatever she wants. And she just finished this ebook in 30 days. She started December 1st, and we finished the end of January, put the cover on it, put it on the website, and it is available. This is Dolores's flow. I'm so proud of Dolores. She's just on fire, doing amazing things. You can see her website. It says buy my book, watch my videos, Dolores's flow. There's only 3 options. I don't go into detail about how to do SEO and marketing and all that stuff on the website. No, there's 3 options: Dolores's flow, buy my book, or watch my video. The name of her book is Keep Calm and Move That Body. I'm going to have her talk about it in a few seconds, but this is how easy it is, folks. Her ebook is there. These are her first 3 customers. She's moving and shaking. This is Miss Jean. Miss Jean is my most recent client. I actually am going to go ahead and play her video because I want you guys to see what you can do on day 8. But the time we made this video, she was on day 8. And so I don't waste time. I don't mess around. When you tell me what your dream is, we chase after it. We move everything out of the way and we get it done. So I want you to hear from Jean. Beautiful Jean Reese. We are working. Tell me in the chat, please, if you are able to hear us. Yes or no. Working on her wonderful ebook. And we have an outline, we have a thesis with an introduction, we have body, we have a conclusion, we're working on the title, and we're going to be doing a table of contents pretty soon. But right now we have some ideas, and Miss Jean is going to share her ideas for conclusion. Thank you, Helen. I wasn't sure if you guys could hear this. I am going to fast forward it because it is very long. So I'm just going to go right to the point.
But they were saying, oh, it's my honor. I said, honor? Okay.
Well, how many pages do you have right now?
5.
Mm-hmm.
That's in this document, but I've written some other things on in the back of books and whatever. Once I got started, then an idea pop in my mind. I go, oh, I should put that over here in this section. And so I probably have maybe 7 or 8 pages actually. I don't want many more than that.
Pat yourself on the back. You have 7 or 8 pages, and it's only been 8 days.
Oh, that's
like a page a day.
Really? Is that pretty good? Oh.
It's good. To start, you start out, pace yourself in the beginning, and then in the end, it's gonna be like an uphill and then downhill.
Oh.
The end is gonna be. This is the part where you're just developing the writing muscle. Mm-hmm. You're just doing the brain dump. You're just getting all the information out. It doesn't have to be organized, doesn't have to be spell checked right now. This is just pouring your heart out to the page. This is the foundation. So last question.
Exciting.
If there's anyone out there who's thinking maybe they might want to start an ebook with LT, but they're kind of like, I'm not sure, what would you recommend for them?
Nike says what? Just do it. Just do it. Just jump right on in. And you know how much time you have, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone is, has a life. So you need to say, in reality, can I do this for 5 months? Can I do it for 6 months? Can I do it in, is it going to take me a year? But anyway, get started on some level of commitment. And that's what all it takes is commitment. And if you don't commit, you're admitting that you're not doing the right thing. Because in your heart of hearts, you know that that is what you wanted to do. And you're not allowing yourself. So get your good coach. And LT is a great coach.
There you heard it. You heard it from Miss L. Jean Reese. My nickname for Jean is Mean Green Money Making Machine with her ebooks.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and I am just like I said, I'm thankful that even though you look and say, well, what does she have to write about? I mean, the thing is, everyone has a journey, and some of the little details that come out will help somebody else. It's not really about us anyway, right?
Amen.
This is what we're on the planet to do, is to help someone else, and you could very well be the answer to someone's big situation, issue, problem, if you will. So let's get her done. That's the best thing I can say.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
See you next time. If you haven't booked an appointment yet, go ahead and book an appointment with me now so we can talk about how I can support you. And if there's more questions, I'll go ahead and take 2 more questions. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on a Friday night. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so we can chit chat. LT is out the building. Peace.